Another fail. We just decided to include this on here because it was fun and we were both bored. We made from scratch Chicago deep dish pizza. Well, actually, Tommy made it. Contrary to popular belief, he actually does a lot of the cooking. I forgot to get, or I didn't forget, I just didn't do it. Get the start of him doing all the ingredients. So what you're seeing here is him just mixing the dough. I'll put the recipe for that in the bottom too. It was just something we saw come across Facebook and decided to try. It was worth it. It was very delicious, but it was very labor intensive. So you've increased the medium speed now.
Yeah, you go about 2 minutes on the lowest speed you got, then increase it about half.
So how long you gotta do that for?
About 4 to 5 minutes. Just getting everything mixed up really nice.
What you doing?
Put olive oil in the bowl to keep the dough from sticking. But don't use a whole lot. You'll have oily dough. Just want to grease it really good up the side.
Did you wash your hands?
I did twice today. I think I'm about 40 or 50 times into washing hands today.
That must be new for you.
It is. You never can be too careful. All right. Hands.
Wait.
So with the olive oil on your hands, you grab your dough.
Oh, hey, you could use this grease spatula that I greased for you.
You could if you wanted to.
So no spatula. Okay.
So just like that. Look at that. Don't stick to my hand.
Are you gonna throw it up in the air and please don't?
I'm just gonna form it into a ball. I watch Top Chef.
What is on my camera?
There you go.
All right. Now I think we got to let that sit for
About an hour or so. It's got
45 minutes to an hour.
It's got a right.
Okay, so you cover it with plastic wrap and you let it sit at room temperature for 45 minutes to an hour until it doubles in size.
And then you do more to it.
Now on to the sauce. All right, so what are you doing?
I'm gonna grate a 1/4 cup of yellow onion.
And this is for...
This is for our sauce.
Okay.
What kind of question is that?
I was just getting you to tell the
Did I
audience.
even tell y'all we was making pizza?
No, we have not.
Well, we're making pizza. That was the dough that we made. And you don't cry while you're cooking.
There's no crying and cooking.
No crying and cooking.
How do you know when you get to a 1/4 cup?
Well, you can use one of these things. That's a 1/4 cup. But with the experience I have in the kitchen, I can eyeball a 1/4 cup.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing good.
All right, so what are we doing?
I'm gonna melt some butter in our sauce pot here.
Okay.
So when that gets melted, then we'll start adding our freshly crushed tomatoes that I put in this can.
Yeah.
Then our onions and all that stuff, and get the sauce simmered and get it cooking down.
Okay, so now.
So you got your butter melted. We'll go ahead and put your onions in here. Remember that was a 1/4 cup. Give that a little mix around. So everything's better with butter and bacon. So we got that mixed around. Then we're going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of oregano. And we're going to put a 1/2 a teaspoon of salt. We're using pink Himalayan. That's how we roll. You mix this around. And I got this on the lowest setting right now. And what we're trying to do is just get these onions nice and soft, sweating, and get some of that moisture out of them. So I'm going to turn the heat up to a medium.
And it's got to do that for what, like about 5 minutes?
About 5 minutes, just enough to, like I said, get some of that moisture out of the onions. And plus start making everything smell really, really good.
All right, well, we'll be back.
All right, so basically when it starts to foam up like that, you pretty much got all up. You see how the onions are brown? That's just butter that's foaming on top. Garlic. If you like garlic like we like garlic, 3 tablespoons. If not, just do 2.
Thing's awkward all together like that.
It is. Mix that around in there. About 30 seconds or so. And you see how good them onions were browned up. Then you take your crushed tomatoes, which is 28 ounces. Mix that around in there. And tell me that don't look good. Then the only thing else is just to cut the acidity from the tomatoes.
It'd be fine.
Is a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. And that is your perfect homemade pizza sauce.
This is supposedly the authentic Chicago deep dish pizza style marinara. So
Cover it, turn it, leave it on medium, simmer 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And then we'll come back and take a look at it.
all right, so we're back.
All right, take it off the heat. Looks nice.
Looks right.
Pizza sauce there. So make sure you take it off the heat because you want it to stop simmering. You want to put a tablespoon of olive oil. Two tablespoons of fresh basil.
Coarsely chopped.
Yeah, coarse chop. And a 1/2 a teaspoon of black pepper.
That smells so good.
Mix it all up.
Then you just set that off to the side.
Cover. Set it off to the side.
Okay, so we're back.
We're back. It's got the dough. As you can see, it's already
Risen.
all the way almost to the top of this bowl. Got some melted or softened butter.
Yeah.
So you want to get your dough out. Get you a little bit of flour down here.
Work that dough, Tommy.
So what you want to do first, you want to make sure it's got some flour on it. So it will stick to your hand. Then you want to roll it out into like a 12 by 15 piece.
My God, you're spewing flour everywhere. That's my old defunct rolling pin, y'all. It's missing half the bearings. I have another one, but I just really kind of like this one. I like broke down used things.
Kind of like me.
I don't know where you took friggin' geometry at, dude.
Would you like it perfectly square?
I mean, if you're asking my preference, yes, that offends my symmetrical OCD.
So that's 12.
Get that dirty ass ruler off there.
That's
or
longer than
tape.
15, 18 inches.
Oh shit.
Which
Okay.
is,
Okay.
are you okay with this?
Whatever, it's fine.
Alright, so, you know, it's not too thick. You take your softened
Softened.
or partially melted butter
Yeah, we accidentally let it go a little too long.
and a offset spatula. It's just gonna be for to be able to smear it around. That's all it is. You can use anything you want to. Keep it. You can use your fingers if you want to. Keep it like a ½ inch from the edge, and you'll see why here in just a second. Which I don't really know why, but butter's delicious. It should be everywhere.
Probably because you want that seam to crimp. And it won't crimp if you spread the butter too far out.
This was a ½ a stick of butter, by the way. And yes, we're going to use it all.
You keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to get my drink right quick. I got the camera on you. On your funky feet.
I got on my flipper floppers. You spread that out nice and pretty like that. Oh, don't dig into the thing.
Yeah, Tommy.
That's what she said. So next, you want to take the smaller end and you want to tightly roll it. So basically, get you a roll started.
And y'all, this was actually for 2 pizzas. It's just me and him, so we're not making 2. So we're going to cut this in half and save the dough. And hopefully it keeps well.
Just cut it in half. We'll just set this one here. So on this one here, the seam is down. And all you want to do is take, and you can hand do it or you can roll it. And you want to get it into like an 18 by 4 inch strip. know what that yummy stuff is inside that butter. It's just gonna make it perfect. Just in case everybody's wondering, it's about 15 inches. And that is in my way. It's not very critical to be exactly.
We're not very exact people. Our house is also very unlevel. It's very small, very unlevel. What you see here as far as counter space is what we have to work with. And we have a lot of cooking equipment, so our cabinets are pretty full.
Pretty much at this point, you just want to fold it back up. Like so. Making a little ball. Put it back in your bowl. Cover it back up. And making homemade pizza is not
A quick process.
It's going to take you probably what, an hour prep, but letting the dough rise and everything. It's going to be a couple of hours time. It's going to have to go back in the refrigerator or go into the refrigerator for about an hour. And then it's going to rise up again. And then you can make your actual crust. So you can see how small it is now. When it comes back out, it'll be a third bigger or maybe more. Like I said, this one here, we're going to take and freeze it. Or make garlic knots or whatever you want to do with it. I mean, you can do anything. I'm just going to put this in the refrigerator and we'll come back in about an hour. All right, well, we got our dough out of the refrigerator. Beautiful. So now I want to roll. Basically what I want to do is I want to roll it out. Because this is a deep dish Chicago style, cooked in a cast iron. This pan is over 100 years old. So I just got to get this big enough. And if you get any resistance in it stretching, you're going to have to let it set a few minutes to start working with you.
To relax.
To relax. If you look at it from this direction, Lori, if you come over here and look at it, it looks like Donald Trump.
It does not. It does not.
I can see Donald Trump's head right there. See, this is his hair. Right there, and this is his face. And this is his little...
Oh my God.
You see it, don't you?
Oh Lord.
I made a Trump pizza.
We're not political. How are you going to get that? It's supposed to be, wasn't it supposed to be round?
Look, Lois, I work with what I got here.
I mean, I'm just saying. The object of this exercise, which clearly we failed at, was trying to get a round piece of dough and looks to me like an arrow.
Well, now it does. I've disfigured Trump face.
Oh, dude, this
That
so,
looks like a mean Trump.
this is so jacked up. Don't be coughing.
Not Corona.
To put you out for the night. All right.
This all turns out like it's supposed to. It will be beautiful.
If it don't, what's the famous words?
We're gonna eat it anyway.
And you want to press it.
To press it right around the bottom edge. Letting that air out of there. Right now it's like walking into the surgery room when somebody's got their chest cracked wide open and you're asking questions.
Dang, Gina.
Let me finish
That
what
was
I'm doing.
graphic.
Then you can point out. That's what Dave told that guy.
We're not talking about work.
I'm like, really? I think I did fairly decent on this.
I think you did.
You know, one little.
Yep, I see that.
little
Maybe fold some of that lip over to cover that up. There you go. That's what I would do if it was me. It's not me though. This is you.
That's all it takes, right?
And you're just trimming off the edges.
Yeah. Take and go around, pull this excess off. So it's a layered pizza because it's Chicago deep dish. Cheese always first. Name brand don't matter. Whole milk. If it's not whole milk, don't buy it.
We don't care.
So we got our layered cheese. And what we're going to do with ours is pepperoni, Italian sausage. Nobody hears you whispering. Don't eat this. It says it on there. Don't eat it. Italian sausage with the sweet peppers. And we just want a little bit of that in here.
Okay, so that was the final layer. So that was what, 3 layers?
3 layers.
Okay. And then don't forget to add your... No, they don't. Oh, okay, you're eating it. Go ahead.
Who's doing this?
You are.
So you got Parmesan, shredded. It calls for freshly grated, but you know what? This is what we got. We got a whole bunch of it.
Well, it calls for the fine powder grated, but
yeah, whatever.
That's what we had, so that's what we got. Dang, Gina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Now it goes into the oven on 425, and I'll have to get back with you at the time.
This is going into the oven at 425.
Okay.
So instead of just throwing this away, which we just cut off, I'm going to take and roll them out. Make us some garlic knots.
You need some flour.
No, I don't think so. Sure, somebody could do this better than me, but because I'm gonna put a little bit of olive on them. Oops, I missed that one altogether. Need one of them little spritzers. Garlic powder. That ain't open.
Hang on. I'm going to try to do this one-handed while holding the camera.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now I got oil over my hands.
I wonder why. Garlic powder and Parmesan.
Lord, I hope you're facing the opposite direction tonight when we go to bed. Jesus. Good Lord, dude. I mean, I was just thinking sprinkle.
That's what I'm doing. Just a little sprinkle here.
This is why I do the majority of the cooking.
You don't like Parmesan?
Mr. Excess over here.
Do you like cheese?
I like cheese, yes. Clearly,
Shut
I'm
it up.
chubby. I love cheese.
So that's going to be our little pieces of garlic bread. Yummy, yummy. So I'm going to set that to the side. All right, well, we just got our pizza out. Looks great. Love the way that cheese looks on top. Garlic knots look pretty decent too. I really hope this is going to be a good dinner. We're going to cut it up here in a minute and see what it looks like when we cut it. But since we couldn't do any travels, we did a little cooking video, and thanks for coming along with Travels with Tommy and Lori.
All right, y'all. Thanks for coming with us on this epically bad cooking video since we can't travel. We hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.